Bum hooligan, bum fluff, chamois leather, whalebone corset, belly button gym slip. Really? It's barely a dribble. Dear me. Bum hooligan, bum fluff, chamois leather, whalebone corset, belly button gym slip. Right. There. Get this one out. Bum hooligan, bum fluff, chamois leather. Whalebone corset, belly button, gym slip. More on that story later. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live. And you're not on the wonk. That's a surprise. And I've poured myself a drink, and I will probably tell myself some lies. Might even touch my. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Not right at the beginning of the live stream. You haven't even had a sniff of your wine yet. Try and be reasonable and professional for once. People give up their time to watch this crap. The least you could do is make a bloody effort. All right, steady on. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live. I am overjoyed to see you. I am tickled pink. Tickled pink. That's how tickled I am. How tickled are you? And over the space of the next hour, darlings, we are going to wave away Thursday and we are going to welcome in Friday, Poets' Day. Piss off early, tomorrow's Saturday. And we're going to do that in the company of our matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth. We also have Sean's box, which will demand a pounding as it always does. It's quite a needy box. And we have got the tenting tin, link in the description, which now contains, oh, 15 of the king's pounds, or in other words, about 1/7 of a tent, or a quarter of a self-inflating mattress, which I'm told is a thing. Who knew? A self-inflating mattress. How does that work? I've got absolutely no idea. But some things you don't need to know how they work. You just need to know how to operate them. Like a calculator. You don't know how that works. I assume you don't. I certainly don't. But as long as we know how to operate it, we can get the results that we want. Oh, right. Feature number one. Who still has a calculator and uses it? Because, of course, these days, nearly all of us, we've got portable electric telephones, haven't we? Oh, yes. And we have, of course, got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you can leave all of your voice notes. So, yeah, who still uses a calculator? And who, like me, is old enough to have done an actual O level mathematics? Not your whatever they became afterwards, 16 plus, GCSE, whatever, an actual O level where you had no calculators allowed. You had to use log tables and, all sorts of, I can't remember, God, I hardly remember any of it. Oh, I might try doing some algebra for fun. So that's it. That's the first 17 features of tonight already launched. Gosh, how professional am I? I would love to hear from you. How has your day been? We all need to know what you've been eating. Naturally, that is a given. And I will only find that out by reading your comments, darling. So I'm going to have a goodly slurp of my wine, which is well deserved because the restaurant was very unexpectedly very busy indeed tonight, darling. Very busy indeed. I literally haven't stopped from the moment that I got there. Well, I mean, I have now, but I didn't when I was there. I mean, I stopped when I stopped, But before that, I didn't stop. I hope that clears it up for you. And don't be difficult. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't be difficult on purpose. It's not big and it's not clever, and it doesn't become you, quite honestly. I'm going to have a goodly slurp of my well-deserved wine, and then I'm going to dive fetus firstus into your comments because they are very much the meat and potatoes of this cornetto that we're all having a good old lick of. And some of you are nibbling. Stop nibbling the bottom of the cone, you dirty beast. Right. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up yours, and above all, and I say this, filled with the warmth of the love of the community, get stuffed. Looking forward to this. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's hitting the old spot. You can't be, I mean, there are two things in your day that bring great joy. I mean, if you're lucky, there might be more than two things. You know, a spot of unexpected spousal mouthery is always a nice thing, from what I can remember. But two things that always bring enormous joy. Your first sip of coffee in the morning and your first sip of wine at 11 o'clock. Don't get them the wrong way round. If you, hello, oh, that's kicking in late. Oh, oh God, that's making me feel like Tom Jones. Oh, who launched his professional career as Tommy Scott and the Winged Senators. Just thought I'd tell you that. Who the hell do you think you are? Sorry, ma'am. It'll never happen again. There we are. Anyway, thank you very much, darlings. Comments. That's what I was going to do. I knew I was going to do something important, and it's read your comments out. Well, I can tell you without fear of telling a lie that the first cab off the rank tonight was the one and only Paulie Galtieri, real name Richard, and we are all on buddy first name terms with our Richard. And he says, and I'm gonna make this a thing. I'm gonna read out the first comment in its entirety, even when I'm really far behind. Good evening, Boaty, and everyone. Hope you've all had a good day. There you go. That is your first conversational cab off the rank, and it was provided by the lovely Richard, aka Paulie Galtieri. Now, if I ever buy a televisual for Nettie, then the first thing I'm going to watch in there is the complete Gavin and Stacey from my DVD collection. And after Gavin and Stacey, I'm going to do The Sopranos because I've got the complete Sopranos, the whole thing, and I haven't watched it for years. She did message back about that £10 televisual, by the way. And she said that somebody was due to pick it up the next day, but she'd message me if they didn't. And she didn't message me, so presumably they picked it up. And there are no more £10 televisuals on Facebook at the moment. So, but it's still something that I'm considering. Might be more of a winter thing. If I go away in Nettie in winter, and I damned well plan to, then, there'll be no walking out of an evening. There'll be no loitering around a lake inappropriately touching myself. I'm going to be in Nettie, shielding from the elements, and a nice DVD box set might be a wonderful thing. Yeah. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for cheap televisuals on the old marketplace. Right. Also with us is Peter P. Good evening, Boaty and Pufflings. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon. Good evening from a wet lemon. Just got out of my bath. I'll be good, says Steve Culg. No naughty, and Emma replies, "Good boy, Steve. No naughty boys allowed in here, otherwise smack Boaty." Bumfluff, says Peter P. Richard says, "Peter, Emma, Steve," followed by a posh coffee, sir. Is Matron still having a bath? Asked Peter P. Jim Bob II is with us and greets us with a cheery shabba. Shabba. Skick joins us. Great views from the camper van video, says Skick. Motorhome. Things are looking up, boat. Well, yeah, in channel terms, yeah. How long it will last, I don't know, but we'll see, won't we? It's rather exciting at the moment. Views are plenty, subscribers are plenty, and there'll be a new motorhome video out tomorrow or Saturday. Now, I started the edit today, darlings, and I'm cautiously pleased, I'm going to say. Although, if I'm really honest, it's probably more relief that I haven't asked anything up too dreadfully and it's not completely pants. I think it might turn out to be the video that I should have made last time for day one. And I beat myself up a bit over that because that's the one that's got the momentum. That's the one that's getting all the views, but it's not a brilliant video. And it would have done a lot better in terms of audience retention and income had it been a better video. So I beat myself up a bit for that. But then on the other hand, I also forgive myself because just because of the position that I was in. Yeah, if I was a professional YouTuber, I should have done it anyway. I should have made, more of an effort. But think about it. I was knackered, sleep deprived. I was stressed because all of the trains were late and I missed I had to take 4 trains. And the first one was delayed, and that meant I missed all of the other ones. So I was all a bit late and stressed. And then there was the excitement of adrenaline of climbing into a new vehicle, and it's a new classic vehicle with all of its quirks and whatnot. And then the excitement of being away for the very first time and everything being new. So, yeah, on one hand, I beat myself up a bit. On the other hand, I give myself a bit of kudos for managing to get any sort of video out at all, because I could, with all of that going on, I could very easily have just got nothing worthwhile at all. Now, as it was, I had to use a load of B-roll, but there you go. So I think this video is going to be I think it's going to be a lot better video. It's got all the things in it that the first one should have. I've learned some lessons. I've learned from mistakes. Don't have too much driving in there. So in this one, there's an intro here at Windy Bum. Then there's a tiny bit in Nettie's cab, and then boom, we're at the campsite, and it all starts. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, things are exciting, Skick. I am excited. Trisha Alderman is here, doubtless with the lovely Paul. Good evening, Boaty and all in chat. Bad Books is here, the lovely Mark. Lots of hellos flying back and forth and left and right and all around. Matron joins us. Evening all. Good evening. Good evening, Matron. Steve, we've already said hello to, haven't we? White Chablis again. So no, it's most definitely not Chablis. It's Pinot Grigio. I wish it was Chablis. Oh God, I'm trying to think the last time I had Chablis, and it would have been around Christmas, wouldn't it? With those 2 bottles that my Shawnee bought me. And it'll probably be next Christmas before I get me gob around another portion. There were lots of Talbot Express motorhomes out on the wild roads of Norfolk today, says Mark. Hurry up, Boaty, you're the goatee, says Jim Bob II. Oh, Andrew Buttigieg, the lovely Irish Spotty Butty, is with us. Good evening, Boaty and everyone. And your name is not in green, and I still haven't sorted that, but I will sort it in the next couple of days. I've just been mad again this week, but it will be done. I absolutely promise. Skik says, soon you will wear clothes made by Balmer and have diamonds and pearls in your hair. I love that song. I love that song. I absolutely adore that song. Your clothes are all made by Balmer, and there's diamonds and pearls in your hair. Yes, there are. I remember the back streets of Naples, two children begging in rags, both touched with a burning ambition to throw off their lowly born tags. They tried. So look into my eyes, Marie Claire, and remember just who you are. Then go and forget me forever. But I know that you still bear the scar deep inside. And so on and so forth. But, Boaty, oh, I love this as well, Richard. Boaty singing the Divinals, I Touch Myself. I love that song. I love that song. And I haven't listened to it forever. That's going on my phone. That's going on my phone because I love that song. I can pretty much tell you when it came out. It was 89 or 90, something around there. I'm sure it was. I think it came out at about the same time as Shiny Happy People, REM, featuring Kate Pearson, of course, from the B-52s. And I was an impressionable 18 or 19-year-old then, wasn't I? And God, yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because I don't want to forget. That's going on my phone. That's going on my permanent collection. I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, I don't want anybody. And there's one particular bit in the video that's really quite erotic, darlings. But there we are. Oh, Shelley Denise is with us, the lovely Shelley. Hello to you, my lovely. Food news from Mark. Breakfast was peanut butter on toast. Dinner, he means lunch, was Swedish meatballs and salad. Oh, that's nice. Tea, he means dinner, was, oh hello, roast pheasant, broccoli, and French beans. My God, this man eats like a king. Like a king. Where do you go to, my lovely, when you're alone in your tent? Says matron. Won't you tell me the thoughts that surround you? I know where you go to, my lovely, when you're alone in your bed. And I know the thoughts that surround you, 'cause I can see inside your head. I love that song. That might go on my phone as well. I need to add some more. ah. Oh, lovely Sarah Parsons. Oh, how lovely to see you. Hi, Jason and everyone, says Sarah, and hello to you. Are you off work tomorrow? Asked Woodstock. No, because tomorrow is Friday. Monday is my day off, and next Monday I'm not getting a day off. O-level maths, yeah, says Steve. Failed that miserably. And good evening, Woodstock, if I didn't forget to say that. Carry on, nothing really matters. Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. Richard had ribeye steak. Everybody's eating like a king, and I'm eating like a pauper. Well, that's because I'm poor. Ribeye steak and French beans for Richard with asparagus, petit pois, new potatoes. Oh, and Diane sauce. Steak Diane, get you. And speaking of Diane Sturdy is with us, the head mistress. So stand up, salute, tug your foreskin. Forelock. Don't get those two mixed up. And Diane says, good evening, lovely friends, and a jolly good evening to you. Jim Bob II says, are you a sweet or dry white wine fan, Boaty? If you're a fan of sweet, may I recommend you let the dandelions grow in your garden and that you make dandelion wine. 'Tis easy to make and an utter delight. Jim Bob II, I would not give you a thank you for sweet white wine. I would not give you a thank you for anything sweet. I do not have a sweet tooth. I don't eat any desserts. I don't eat biscuits. I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat anything sweet. The only sweet thing in my life, apart from some of my friends, who are wonderfully sweet. Mustard's very sweet. You should meet him. He's lovely. The only sweet thing I have in my life is I have demerara sugar in my coffee. Otherwise, zero sweet. And sweet white wine, absolutely not. No, never. I like wine that is as dry can be. A number one on the rating as they have it now. So that's why I drink Rioja Blanco, Chablis. Yeah, the check. Oh, check oil levels and viscosity. What? Now it's a bit late. I've got the wine hiccups now. Oh, that's it. That is the comment. Check oil levels and viscosity. Well, yes, sir. I'll do it immediately, sir. I'll stop the live stream. I'll get a torch. I'll go out into the night, go down to Netty, and I'll check the oil levels and viscosity, which have already been checked. God Almighty! I'm loving some of the comments that I'm getting. I'm getting the comments that Carol and Sean get of people telling me what to do in my life. And you don't want to do that with me because I'll reply to you when I'm drunk, like I did last night. You should have seen the comment I left, the reply I left to a comment last night. Oh, and there's been a bit of fun tonight as well because somebody commented on one of the three motorhomes videos. I think it was day 3, and they left quite a barbed comment. And before I could get anywhere near to it, Carol replied to it, and oh, that woman takes no prisoners. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But there we are. Thank you, Jim Bob II. But yeah, I'm sure it's lovely, but unusually for a partially British man, and I am a quarter British or English, I suppose. Yeah, I'm a quarter English. If anybody's interested about my genetic makeup, then I always consider myself. I always. Oh, and somebody's just right. Somebody's liked that. Thank you very much. I consider myself to be absolutely 100%, totally, utterly, irrefutably, irredeemably Welsh. But if you want to get technical about it, then I am half Welsh, 1/4 English, and 1/4 Bermudan. So there you go. Make of that what you will. Anyway, the point is I don't like sweet wine or sweet anything else. I like it as dry can be. This isn't quite as dry as I would normally go for, but it's not far off. Isn't it ironic that something that is inherently wet can be and is described as dry? And yes, I am topping up a glass that's not really empty, but as I've said before, a gentleman doesn't drink out of a damp glass. And I like to think that I'm a gentleman, darlings. Boobs first, you see? I know the rules. I know the gentlemanly conduct rules. Oh, I'm feeling particularly happy tonight, darlings. Hope you are too. I did O-level maths, says Mark, bad books, and I still use an ancient Casio calculator. Good for you, sir. A properly ancient one where the display was in red. Oh, I love those. Death and madness on Film 4 tonight, says Stu. Better switch over to the news. Andrew's saying hello to people. Why are we all saying Gary? There's always private jokes going on with you, like that I'm not part of. Pantomime horses and this, that, and the other, and now it's Gary's, and I don't know what's going on. No, I bloody didn't drink Blue Nun in the 80s. Dear God, perish the thought. They didn't have O levels at my school, says Jimmy Quinn. I left at 14. Well, you did all right for yourself, didn't you, mate? Well, I never, says Mark, knocking out a late Tom Jones winegasm. More Gary stuff. Oh, Simone is here, lovely Hooked on Classics. Hello. And she's just been live on a gaming channel. Good for you. Do you have the Ben Dover box set? Asked Andrew. No, for the 99 millionth time, I'm the one bloke in the world that doesn't like porn. Don't do it. I've made it, but I don't watch it. Does nothing for me. Corned beef today, says Stu. I can't read those. What are you thinking? Oh, a timestamp from Jimmy Quinn, 23:14. So I am 13 minutes behind. That's not bad. I've enjoyed the drives in Nettie, says Richard. Especially seeing all the places I used to visit and pass when I lived in Derbyshire. There's definitely a lot more new buildings gone up in the recent years. Well, that's time marching on, isn't it? When are you fitting alloys on Nettie, asked Simone? Get it tuned to within an inch of its life. Racing camper. Tuned? Dear God. And alloys. I hadn't thought of either of those things. Yeah, no idea what this Gary thing is all about. But you're all banging on. Right, I'll just let you get on with it. Oh dear. I don't know what that is. The Fembot dance from Austin Powers? Not a clue. Huh? Oh, we have a 4-day weekend ahead, says Simone. Well, you might. I've got a 4-day of work weekend ahead. I'm working every day. God, if some of you lot got 4 days off, you jammy so-and-sos. Oh, well, happy Boaty, says Shelley. I am happy. I'm excited about my supper. I'm enjoying my wine. I'm loving being in good company of the people that are nearest and dearest to me. Boaty, 4 days off. Good time for the fabled gangbang in the high peak. I haven't got 4 days off though, have I? Simone says, wine is wet, not dry. Lol. I used to drink red wine, but not UB40. Yeah, well, that song, Red, Red, Red Wine, it was a #1 hit for UB40, but it was, of course, written by and originally recorded by Neil Diamond. And it was a very different song when he did it. Did Carol like your napkins in the... Oh, I can't read that out. Dear me. That's outrageous. Right, I can't read that. Oh, this is... Oh, dear. Oh, I recognise this. In Bedsit Land, my only home. That is That's a soft cell lyric, and it's from the song Bedsit Land, which was on the album Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret. There you go. See, I know some stuff. Oh, Boaty, you have no idea what we're banging on about because you whizzed through the comments. Okay. Ah, Kimberly Z. Or, right, let's be a bit international here because I used to live in America twice. I lived in America. So, as you are from San Diego, Kimberly, then you will be Kimberly Z, of course, rather than Kimberly Z. Hello from San Diego, says Kimberly. I just subscribed. Well, thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the live stream and welcome to the Boaty's World community. My inner scrotum, the bugs, Boaty's old geezers and gals, the lunatics who congregate with me on a nightly basis, and we chew the fat and have a laugh and put the world to rights. And the bugs are scattered all over the world, and you from San Diego are very, very welcome indeed. So, cheers. Let's all say hello to Kimberly Z. I'm not reading that. Oh, and everybody's already welcoming Kimberly, which is nice. It would be possible to fit a modern turbo diesel engine, says Richard, like something in Officer Crabtree. Okay, now I like that idea in theory, and honestly, Nettie would be. I would love Nettie to have a more modern, um, refined, economical, and powerful power plant, while still retaining all of the classic looks. The only problem that we've got with that is I'm trying to raise 60 quid for a tent, and I've only raised 15 quid of it. How and where am I going to get the money to fit? And I suppose I could rip it out of Officer Crabtree, but I tell you what, if by any chance this channel ever took off and I started earning some money from it, yeah, we could do that. That's actually something that I would do. If money was no object, then I would upgrade. I would upgrade Nettie to a much more modern power plant, but keep everything in terms of appearance. Keep that classic. Oh, I was having a bit of a fantasy chat with a friend the other day or the other night, and I was thinking that Nettie is so lovely that, again, if I ever happen to become successful and have money, I'd love to save a few more Netties, or not exactly the same. I'd love as a project to do a smaller version, like a two-berth Talbot camper, something like that. And I was putting together my fantasy restoration team to do it. So I had, and we were genuinely talking about this. I should play you some of these conversations because they're quite amusing. They take place over voice notes, and I was sort of saying I'd love to do this. I would love to save more Talbots, and I was saying my fantasy teams. I was saying so right. I'd have um, I'd have Allegro Man for the welding and some of the mechanicals, Mustard for some of the mechanicals, Carol to do the interior. And they said, "Hang on, what are you doing then? You're saving these things, but you're just farming everything out. What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'd film it and make a pot of tea and stuff. I'd make myself useful somehow." Just found your channel this morning, says Kimberly Z, and I drink Pinot. Hi, folks. Well, hello to you, and cheers. Your very good health. Now, I actually enjoyed my time living in America. And I always enjoy hearing from people who still do live in America. Some some British people get a bit snotty about it. I didn't. I loved it over there. I loved it so much. I lived there twice. Oh, I've just dribbled wine on me. uh, red, red wine was number one the day I was born, says Richard. Was it really? So, oh, so right. So you were. That was 80s, wasn't it? I always thought that number one when I was born was George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. And I've told you the story before. When I was living in Ukraine, in Kiev, I had my 31st birthday. And it was my 31st birthday when I was robbed and beaten up by the mafia guys at that club on the river. And I've told you this story a million times. And uh, me and Lena, we got back to our apartment and carried on drinking vodka. She could drink me under the table, that girl. And we were watching MTV, and My Sweet Lord came on. George Harrison, My Sweet Lord, and I took that as a sign that the gods were looking after me, and that even though I was in quite a dangerous country at that time, and I'd just been robbed and beaten, and I was a bit sore. I've told you the story; you'll know it. And I took that as a sign from the gods that everything was all right, because I was being played the song that was number one the day I was born. And it was a result of that and some more vodka that I went out at whatever time in the morning it was. And I've told this story a million times. I went out and ran naked around Freedom Square or Independence Square, whatever it was called then, in Kiev at about 5 o'clock in the morning on January the 14th, 2002. It was minus 17. And the lovely Lena, my beautiful Ukrainian fiance, with whom I was living, or who I was living with, I can't remember which is correct. When I told her I was going to do this, any decent woman would have said, "Don't be silly, we're both drunk, come on, we'll go to bed." She said, "I'll get my camera," and took pictures of pictures of me doing it. But the irony of all of that is that I found out many years later that at the actual time I was born, I missed George Harrison, My Sweet Lord, um, by a few minutes. And what was actually number one when I was born was Grandma, We Love You by the St. Winifred School Choir or some such. Or was it Grandad by Clive Dunn? It was one of those. But it wasn't George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. And I always thought it was. Oh dear. Boaty, sing Pencil Skirt by Pulp. I don't know that one. Onward Christian Soldiers was number one when Boaty was born. It wasn't. Oh dear. What a Garys. Oh, Kimberly, I've got no idea. They live on a different planet to us, these lot. Mark Almond, yes, indeed. Have a look on Marketplace for a tent, says Sarah Parsons. Well, that was my original plan. But my life coach said, no, don't do that because new ones are cheap enough and a second-hand one, you don't know what's happened. It might not be, you don't know how it's been looked after. It might not be fully waterproof anymore and it might ruin your experience and you'll never do it again. So they said, buy a cheap new one rather than a second-hand one. A new project for Boaty and Mustard, says Andrew. Give Nettie a bit of a workover. Oh, excuse me. Oh, poor old Mustard. He's got enough on his plate, hasn't he? Does he need a new project? Well, Nettie is going to be with me. The plan for Nettie, in all seriousness, the plan for Nettie is um, I'm not going to say we're going to be together forever because at some point I'm going to die. Hopefully, not for a while, you know. And I would love her to carry on afterwards. But I plan to grow old with Nettie. Um, I she's going to be a bit like Mustard's Nigel. She will be the never-ending project because there's always going to be something to do to Nettie, and if by any chance I ever get in a position where I get some money together, then I will throw money at her. But that is the plan for Nettie. Nettie is my forever ever vehicle. Um, I couldn't already. It's been how long? 2.5 weeks, not even 3 weeks yet that we've been together. And there's no way that I would be parted from her. Absolutely no way. Now, in a dream scenario, an absolute dream scenario, let's say I started making loads of motorhome content. The channel really took off. I started doing YouTube full time and I started making a load of money. Then I can imagine a scenario where I'm doing YouTube full time. I want to travel. I want to do Europe in a motorhome. I can imagine getting a more modern, oh, a voice note finally. I can imagine getting a more modern motorhome, but it would be as well as, not instead of. I'll never ever get rid of Nettie. Never. That is my, there you go. It's on record. That is a firm, absolute promise. Right, the voice notes come in, so let's play it, shall us?
Good evening, sir. How's your day been? And what have you been up to, sir? Sorry, I've just entered the chat. I've just been catching up on my soap, sir. Anyway, is there any dirty washing? I bet you don't know who sang that, do you, sir?
About what?
It was quite a good song.
Oh.
Anyway, no problem. Today I washed my car, sir.
Oh, well done.
Been shopping. It's been Good Friday tomorrow, sir.
Is it a bank holiday
I had
tomorrow?
a bacon batch today, sir, with a slice of cake.
Well done.
Followed by an afternoon posh coffee.
Oh.
Then followed by this evening meal, which was Asda's best steak pie, sir.
Oh, chips.
You know, in the posh range of Asda's.
Yeah.
That was with new potatoes.
Oh, new potatoes.
Peas and gravy, with a slice of cake and a posh coffee biscuit and 3 caramel chocolate bars, sir. Thank you very much, and just chilling out now with a glass of Coke, sir.
Good
watching
man.
Some old bastard. And I'd like to thank everybody else for watching, with the matron, Mrs. Titties, the captain if he's on the thing, and all you. And also, please stand up if the headmistress is there. Thank you. Please be aware, please hit the like button, and please spend time with me and watch this old bastard's videos. He's doing well with his old passion wagon these days, the motorhome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Do you know what?
By the way, happy Easter weekend to everybody.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what? What a stalwart of the community. The lives just wouldn't be the same without our message from Mr. Parry, would they? Oh, bless him. Right, let's get back to some. Lord Stiff Upper Lip is with us. Good evening, sir. There was a Bedford Rascal camper at the gas station today. See, I'd love one of those. Oh, I've never owned a Bedford Rascal, and I would love one. I would really love one. How much would an engine swap cost, Simone? I haven't got a clue. No idea. Literally not a clue. Sean would sit beside Boaty, narrating his journey in real time for them. Slava Ukraine. Well, yes, absolutely, totally. Bloody hell, you've been around the block, Boaty, says Jim Bob II. I have. I've had a hell of a life. Of course, you're quite new, aren't you? But yeah, I've lived all around the world. I've done some pretty amazing things, both on a personal basis and on a professional basis. And yeah, I've been around the block. Been around the world tonight. Oh, what is all this? Right, Boaty, first record I purchased was My Sweet Lord, 1970. That was from Jimmy Quinn. Oh, Simone did leave a message, but it's been deleted. Oh, and she's now left another one. Here we go.
Hello again, Mr. Boaty.
Hello there.
Don't forget to paint that box as if you'd found a nice Easter egg in Nettie's on-board toilet, and you couldn't waste it, so you decided you'd eat it. Enjoy, twat. Happy Easter, everyone.
No solids are passed on Nettie, or they haven't been yet anyway. The wise motorhomist does not pass solids in their own van. $1, £1, one pounding, 3, 2, 1, boom. The tempting tin is unloved. Right. You might find a second-hand tent that has never been used, says Diane. Oh, God, here we go. P2P. P2P, right. How far behind am I on the comments? Oh, not too bad. Right, I might save P2P for a couple of minutes. Hold on. Right, well, I can ignore these. When I was born, says Mark, Elvis, The Wonder of You was #1, probably why I love 70s cheesy music. That's the wonder. Lord Brennan of Sealand, good evening to you. Peugeot, Talbot, you've gone from Rover Group to Roots Group. I have indeed. I don't think my channel will take off, says Simone. Does it really have to? No, doesn't have to at all. Mine was Get Back by the Beatles, says Stu. Nettie will be MOT and tax exempt in 2 years, says Paulie. Well, not 2 years, 3.5 years, but yes, she will be. Dear. Gary, well done. Well done. Mr. Parry is a legend, says Sarah Parsons. I agree. Jimbo had more biscuit spread for brekkie, and he's quite excited about that. An engine out job, a new engine, is a day's work for a competent mechanic, says Richard. Used Peugeot engine, 300 softs. Oh. God, that actually makes it sound quite doable. Buck Rogers, good evening. Can't read that out. Right, that's it. I've caught up. So now we can enjoy this. And the next voice that you hear, it's going to be from Finland. Oh, yes.
Hello, Boaty.
Hello.
I've heard you don't believe in panto horses. You silly sausage. I've now done a massive shit in your precious folding camper, Bob.
I'm not a hubner.
Tosser. Oh, and Emma, you can nibble on my Mars bar anytime.
That's my live stream for you, darling. It's mostly nonsense, filth, sexual innuendo, and can I just point out, thank you, Peter B. Mounted. And I had a change of heart, and I put Hubnut over there because that's kind of the same size as that. And that has gone there, and I adore it. Thank you, Richard. And I'm going to... oh! Let me just show you this again because I'm so joyful. I'm so joyful over that. I've got the raving wine hiccups. Oh my God. It's so soft. And check out that napkin ring. I remember buying those. Actually, these were, thinking about it, I do remember buying them. And this was in the days before we bought everything online. Me and the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, we were somewhere, I can't remember where, and we went into a very posh, very expensive shop. And Mags kind of fell for these. And I said, right, I'll buy them. So we bought them for the house. And then we went into another shop and I said, you know what? I love these too. They're the nicest napkin rings I've ever seen. So I went back and I bought another set for the cottage in Wales. And that's what these are. The ones we bought for the house, Mags has still got those. She got custody of those in the old divorce. And these are the ones from the cottage. And yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them. I know they're simple, but they're beautifully made. And the problem I've got with most napkin rings is I find them needlessly and pointlessly over decorative. Whereas to me, these have got a hint of Art Deco solidity about them. They weigh a ton. They are silver. And yeah, I just adore them. And the napkins, oh, don't do that. That doesn't look good at all. Oh, that's not a good look. They're going to be beautiful for Nettie. I mean, they actually go with the bathroom more than anything else, but that's not where they'll be deployed. But yeah, when I do my Mrs. Bouquet's candlelit supper, those are going to play a big part. Linen tablecloth, naturally. And don't forget that my cutlery is Arthur Price International King's pattern. Oh, yes. You know what? When I go to a campsite or a motorhome site or whatever you call it, Nettie might be the oldest vehicle on there. She has been at the two I've been to so far, but she will be the most refined. Now, there was some serious kit at Carsington Water, some really, really serious kit, but you can bet that they were scum and that they had horrible cutlery and they didn't have napkins. Because you can't buy class, darlings. You can't buy class. No, where did I get to? Somewhere around here, wasn't it? Oh, now they're banging on about chocolate. What? Oh my God. Sometimes I feel like a stranger in my own live stream. I haven't got a clue what you're banging on about. It's probably my fault for ignoring all the comments. I'll just carry on talking about what I want to talk about. What? Oh, finally, something I can understand. Jimmy Quinn says, Boaty, number one when I was born was Young Love by Tab Hunter for 7 weeks. Boaty, get a nice bistro table and chair set to sit outside Nettie, says Richard. And that is not a bad idea, actually. In fact, that is definitely not a bad idea. Now, Nettie has got a secret storage area underneath. I've put the motorhome ramps in there for the moment, but looking at that area, I could have a folding table and folding chairs in there. They would fit in there, so they wouldn't have to be inside Nettie. Now, at the moment, there's a folding chair in there that I used when I was in Buxton with Carol. But really, that belongs to the Peugeot picnic thing. That belongs in the back of the Peugeot. And Bob, I'm not a hubnut. Nettie has got this storage area underneath. It's about yay deep, something like that, and quite wide. So I could get proper folding chairs. Do you know what I mean? Not like the camping chairs that fold up into a bag like that I've got here for the Peugeot picnics. But I could get proper folding chairs like deck chairs that fold down flat and a folding table. And they could live in there. And then, yeah, I could have a proper two chairs and a table outside Nettie. So that is actually a really good shout. Need to keep an eye out for something like that. We've got another voice note, darlings.
New on YouTube.
What?
The doings of Nettie and Boaty. A French girl in her 30s joins forces with a chap in his 60s and go on exciting adventures. Who do they meet? What do they eat? Tune in and find out. This message has been sponsored by Panto Horse International Limited. You certainly don't get this on Hubnut.
I pressed that by accident. I meant to press this one.
Does your motorhome have an outside awning, like through the Talbots do, sir?
No.
Because I noticed a few like yours have an outside awning, sir.
Nettie doesn't. Exactly, Richard. Bob is a skip on wheels compared to Nettie. Do you still have little Joe, Boaty? Yeah, somewhere. God, I hid it away somewhere. Yeah, I pressed that one by accident, Emma. But no, that is actually a really good idea. Folding table and chairs for Nettie. As I say, there is that storage space underneath. You need a special thing to open it. And that would be really nice to have. So, yeah, start looking out for something like that. That might be a Facebook marketplace job. But do you know what I mean? Something that folds like that. Like a deck chair, but not a deck chair. Do you know what I mean? And it just folds down flat and it's still a big thing. Rather than the full camping chairs that, you have to fold up really small into a bag. Nettie's got the storage space to accommodate a proper folding table and a couple of chairs. And that would be really nice to have a little outdoor setup for summer evenings. And that would be lovely. I'm going to start looking for one. If anybody knows of anything or can suggest anything, then shout out. But I will start looking. Well, oh, right. And it is time. Stick little Joe on the front of Nettie. Certainly not. Outrageous. Right, start saying goodnight, darlings, because it is time to time to well, it's time to get a shower, get changed into my night attire, make some supper, eat some supper, drink some more wine, and go to sleep and have an exciting day tomorrow. I'm not planning to do anything tomorrow apart from edit the motorhome video. That's it. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to pour a glass of juice, make coffee, sit down, start editing. And I'm not going to stop until it's time to go to work. I'm not going to do anything else. Just edit, edit, edit. My birthday number 1 on the 30th of the 3rd, 1963, says Mark Lyons. Good evening. Was Guy Mitchell. She wears red feathers. Oh, a Corby trouser press. Yes, forgot about that. Right, that is it, darlings. That is it. I'll thank you for your company. It's been a lovely live. I've enjoyed it as always. Let me wish you a safe and peaceful night and a decent day ahead and a 4-day weekend starting tomorrow for some of you. I mean, for me, it's just work as normal, but it's Easter weekend and that means a 4-day thing for many of you. So I hope you all have a fantastic time, or at the very least a manageable time. And you know, if you can, check in. Let us know how it's going for you. But yeah, so bank holiday tomorrow. God, I'm all out of touch. You're out of touch, my baby. Oh, right, okay. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a late one and a short one. 11:30, half an hour or so. You know, I do rattle on, don't I? But please join us for that if you can. In the meantime, yeah, much love from me. Can't wait to see you next time. So on that note, pachoo, and indeed, oh yes, gosh.